Oh, yeah. 813 WIBX. Manaski is over in the Tony's Pizza parking lot. That's Tony's in Washington Mills. And he's going to let somebody take out the window. So you have the window. It's all lettered. It has WIBX on it. It's an old WIBX van. And it's being donated to CABVI, Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. And before we send it over there, we're taking some IRS whacks at it, if you will. It's tax day. People, some may be a little frustrated. Got to do a little traveling around. What do you know, Buck? You might know this. The post office doesn't stay open anymore until midnight on tax day here?
And then again, I might not know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
How about Dave Short?
Taxes. I mean,
do you even file
your
taxes?
Oh, yeah, we file already.
You're done.
I've already spent the refund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refund.
Yeah.
I got a refund.
Good for you. Very nice.
Good for you, Buck.
Loopholes.
Yeah. Okay, Dave Short in as well. What are you guys promoting? This is Green Waste
It's
time?
Leave It to the Curb season again, Bill.
I love the titles, by the way.
Leave It to the Curb.
Leave it to the curb.
Yes.
Leave it to the curb.
That's right.
And that basically means that you put your green waste between the curb and the sidewalk.
Which is a huge plus if you live in the city of Utica.
That's correct.
Most people have to put them in containers.
Right. And you still
guys don't.
can.
Yeah.
You still
you can.
Oh, yeah. We're very accommodating here at the city.
Versatile.
Yes, very versatile. So you have a choice.
So you could put it in a container, or you could do the old, like, I learned this from our neighbor, Jean, and God rest her soul. She would use the blue tarp, and she would, she was old. She was up there, and she'd be out raking the leaves onto the blue tarp, and then would drag them out, and then you just leave them there at
Old school.
That's right.
Old school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're very versatile, like we said. Leave it to the curb is a great phrase that Paul Buckley came up with.
Paul came up with that.
Our media relations guy at the city. Great program. We just started it last night, actually.
Okay.
And it'll go through June 16th. Will be our last pickup in West Utica.
Now, what happens after June 16th?
After that, then you only have one choice, and that's still put it
in a container.
In the container.
Stick it in the can.
Stick it in the can.
Stick it. Am I correct in saying Paul came up with that one?
Yes,
It's another cliche.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
And then in the fall, we go back to what we just did today. We'll leave it to the curb again for fall pickup.
All right.
So
So this goes. This is underway now.
it is.
And it's a pain in the neck because the leaves are still the stuff that didn't get taken care of, and the leaves that didn't come off the trees, and we didn't have a really big winter.
No, we
so there's still a lot of leaves out there.
There's a lot of debris out there.
Yeah.
And we're there to pick it up.
It's important to note, though, to leave it at the curb means between the curb and the sidewalk, not in the street, because if it rains, that stuff gets washed into the drains and
Clogs the
clogs
drains
them up.
and we have flooding.
We don't
And does
want
it
that.
mean that you can take leaves from another municipality and put it in the containers and drop it off on someone else's curb?
No, it does not mean that. Let's not give anybody any ideas.
Not a bad idea, though, Christine.
That is a good idea.
It's already out there, trust me.
But definitely just leave it to the curb.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'm going to bring my leaves from the valley.
I'm sure some
to my
landscapers
house.
doing that already.
So I have to tell you, yesterday, of course, I mean, how do you, in the days like the last couple of days, how are you not out doing your yard work and getting stuff done? So I was out, and we have this little this little pond that I had made. It's pretty good size, about 1.5 feet deep, and we put goldfish in it. But every year when the leaves come, it just kills it with leaves. And the leaves, the water's stagnant because I don't have the filter running in there, and it smells like a sewer. It's terrible. So yesterday I was cleaning it out. Do you have a phrase for that, Buck?
No,
Maybe you
I'll
can
come up with something.
Cleaning it out, cleaning the sludge water out of the little pond. So, and it's hard because now it's wet. Yeah. So now I'm putting heft into the container. These are going to be heavy, and the guys don't want to pick up heavy. Right? No. There's a certain weight limit if you put a container.
There's a 50-pound weight limit, Bill.
50-pound weight limit.
50 pounds.
Nice segue. Yeah. Nice segue, William.
Very nice. Well, here's the best part. So I'm getting the whole thing cleaned out, and I drain the water, put more water in, drain it, and my father came by, and he said, well, you've done a good job cleaning that out, but I think you need one more drain. You got to drain it one more time. So as I walked by to pick up the hose, I, by mistake, hit the container of that 50 pounds of sludge and debris.
Oh, no.
The stinking thing fell right back in the pond. All that stuff, the mud and the leaves and everything, right back in that God-blessed pond.
May I make a suggestion, William? What I do at my house, I drill holes in the bottom of my green waste container so all the water drains out.
That is a very good idea.
So it lightens the load for the DPW man because I don't want them getting hurt.
It's a very good point.
Yes. Yes,
Or
we
you
don't
could
wanna
have a
get
little
hurt.
container. My containers are just old. They already have holes in them anyway. So they are. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good idea
good
because
aeration, too.
because
Yes.
when you put it out and maybe it rains overnight, that water collects in there and makes it very hard for the guys to lift.
It does. It's very heavy at those times,
Yeah.
and it causes some injuries. So we
Yeah.
want to avoid that.
Yeah, because ultimately you're going to be paying for that.
And then I don't want the guy stinking either coming back to the garage.
That's right. Good point.
You know.
And they would there. Anything else you want to add to
Well,
this?
I also brought in I brought in some recycle stickers for you can now turn any can you have in your house into a recyclable. Big garbage can, just throw everything in the can, and that's with Oneida County, the Oshawa, right?
Oshawa. Yes.
Oshawa.
So you put the sticker on, and that makes
Yeah,
it
makes it a recyclable can, so you can throw everything in one can.
But isn't it a recycling can anyway? I don't
Those
understand
those orange things are.
The orange cans just can't take the volume that people put out anymore.
Oh, okay.
So Oshawa is not putting out the orange cans anymore.
So they're saying you create your own can.
Yes.
But if you put a
sticker on
can
it-
that doesn't have the sticker on it, will they still?
no.
They
No,
won't.
you got to have the sticker on it.
Really? I didn't
So there's
know
no
that.
confusion between the garbage guys and the recycling
Okay.
guys.
All right.
And you can pick up your stickers at City Hall at the kiosk there, or up at
All right.
or Oshawa headquarters. I think at 1600 Genesee Street.
That's correct.
This is so confusing.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I live in the city of Utica, and for trash I do the blue bags, and for the recyclables I have the orange bins, but I don't ever really exceed that amount. But sometimes there's a limit of. I live in a situation where there's two families. So basically, if I wanted to get another orange bucket, how do I go about
They
doing
don't have
that?
them anymore.
They don't
No,
have them,
no,
so you got to get a
you're
regular
screwed.
bucket and use that sticker.
Here, take one of these stickers, Andrew.
All right, give it to me.
Yeah.
Regular 32-gallon container.
Okay.
And put the sticker on it, and that acts as your recycling.
Technically, if you don't have a lot of recyclables, you could cut the top off a milk jug and put that on there.
There
put
you
it
go.
out. You'll
Be
take
bigger.
your little tuna cans and stuff right out to the side. Yeah, everything is in the valley. They've come out with these new things for recyclables, and it's if you use the what do they call them? Mine rolls.
Yeah, the dumpsters.
tote.
I have like a
They're-
tote.
they're
Yeah, it's not a
totes, yes.
dumpster. It's a
I like
tote.
those.
I like them a lot
Yeah.
too. I have the tote for garbage, and then everyone who has the tote for garbage was just given a brand new tote for recycling. And I was just wondering who came up with the idea of fluorescent green as the top. It looks so gaudy, but I guess you can't miss it, right?
No, you can't miss it.
Yeah, you can't.
What's a tote
Traffic
costs about
safety.
$100, right? A tote averages about $100, right?
They're a bit expensive. I know for the city to do something like that, we're talking over $1 million.
You don't do the totes.
We do not do the totes at this
Yeah.
point. No.
Well, I mean, the consumer doesn't pay for it. You pay so much per your
Yes.
regular fee.
You're assessed a fee.
But ultimately, we'd pay for it in our taxes, right?
Yes, you will.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen, good stuff. Very interesting.
Thank you,
And
thank you,
it's
thank you.
leave it to the curb.
Leave
Leave
it at the curb.
Leave it at the curb.
Also, on April 29th at the Utica Zoo, we're going to be celebrating Arbor Day.
All right.
We'll be putting in an official tree with the Central New York Conservancy and the city of Utica
Very
and
nice.
the Utica Zoo people.
Very nice.
So 10 o'clock, come up and join us.
Do you have a slogan for that, Paul?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Working on that, okay.
I was just thinking of like one tote over the line.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
One tote over the line.
We're going to work
Nice.
on that one. But
He is the slogan man.
yeah,
He sure
I'm
is.
Yeah.
the king of slogans.
All right, gentlemen, thank you.
Thank
Dave,
you.
Dave Short, Paul Buckley from
Thank
the
you,
city.
William.
Got a break. Hold on tight. It's 8:21 at WIBX.